Hey, hope everyone's doing well. Today we're going to do Butterfree in Pokemon Red. Should be fun. I have sad news to report to everyone, which is we no longer have cat cam because I believe Rosie decided to chew through the cord for the webcam, so it is broken now. And she also chewed through my headphones, so I also don't have headphones today. I hope everything's going to be fine, but it's a little bit of a different setup. Luckily, the microphone still apparently works, and my mouse and my controller, my keyboard, all that stuff's working, so, yeah. Hopefully, voice and music and everything are balanced pretty well. I'm going to quickly talk about thumbnails at the beginning of this video. This is going to be off topic. If you're watching the VOD, just skip ahead a little bit. I want to talk about thumbnails because this is the old style of thumbnail. So the way I'll talk briefly about the history of my channel because there's a whole bunch of things that go into this. And maybe one of you out there, if one person out there is like going to make a YouTube channel and you want to like figure this stuff out, it might be helpful. So I'm just going to go through it. It's a stream, and then I'll do the stream highlight later if you want a more condensed version of what happens here. And I'll talk about that too. But first of all, here, this is the old style of thumbnail. So I have this like banner kind of thing that goes diagonally across the top. It says solo challenge, which is what the video is. It's the format of what I'm doing. Then in the bottom left-hand corner, we have text that says red version. And we have the box art from red version, but it's not the box art itself that says like Pokemon red version and then the sprite and all the other like little text, that kind of thing. It just shows Charizard as it is on the red version box art. My idea was that like this, the left-hand sort of third of the thumbnail is going to tell you the format and the game that I'm playing, basically. There are two pieces of information that are telling the game, the box art Charizard as well as the red version text. And then I've done some things to style them. I've made it kind of like a papery texture and give a little flair to the red version. That's always in some kind of complementary color, that sort of thing. The solo challenge is in the top left. It tells you what the video is. Then on the right hand side, we're going to put the Pokemon's art, and then we're going to put a live badge in the top right if it's going to be a stream so that people know, oh, this is a stream. I don't want to click on it because I get a lot of people that are like, stop streaming. You produce content's better. Like, it's just different. This stream's probably not for you. There are a lot of people who really prefer the streams, and I get those comments all the time. I prefer your streams. Yeah, people prefer different things. So I try to put the live badge there and then the text live in capitals on the video so people know what they're signing up for when they click on something. I want you to click on a thing if you want to watch it. I don't want you to click on it if you don't want to watch it. Simple. And YouTube also prioritizes that behavior. Like they don't want creators to be making stuff and then people clicking on them, and then the people that clicked on them, they don't like those videos. So they're going to do everything in their power to incentivize creators to make stuff that people also want to watch. The one main thing that you want to be aware of with these thumbnails and making thumbnails is that the little like progress bar will show up along the bottom, and the time code is always going to be in the bottom right when scaled on different devices. That time code will be different sizes. So the bottom right-hand portion of the thumbnail is sort of dead space that you don't want to fill with any incredible important information. Unless your goal is to clickbait, then put an important word in some kind of text on the thumbnail in the bottom right. It will be covered up by the thumbnail, by the time code, and then people will click on your video because they want to know what that text is and they can't read it, and that's frustrating. It's like, I don't know. Like the something stat is important, or like the most important stat is, and then you write the stat, but you put it behind the time code. And then people are like, oh, I want to know what it is. And then they click on the video. I don't like doing this. It feels really like scummy to me to like clickbait stuff like that. If it's going to be like clickbait, it's not clickbait if there's like a question proposed by the title, and then immediately when you click on the video, it's like, yeah, this whole video is about figuring out that question. That's not clickbait. Clickbait feels bad when like you feel like you've been tricked into clicking. So you don't want to trick people, I don't think. That's my opinion. Maybe you do if you want to be like Mr. Beast. So to each their own. So that's a description of this thumbnail. I personally think that this thumbnail has problems. I am not very happy with it. So first of all, when I look at the box art and I see the text red version, that doesn't immediately like viscerally scream to me that I'm playing red version. Like some people have said, like, I don't understand why Charizard is there. Like, why is Charizard on the thumbnail? Isn't the video about Butterfree? I've received that comment before. Now, some of you will be like, it says red version, read the text. Yes, but if you scale this thumbnail down to a very small size, actually, just going to quickly do that for you. These are all the questions where it's like, yeah, but like people are just being silly. It's like, okay, sure, but like this is not very productive when you're trying to figure a creative problem out. Okay, so if we scale this down and make it very small, it's like a little bit hard to read the red version. It's also a little bit hard to read the solo challenge. The live text still, I am able to read at this size, and it's very, very, very small. If we scale it up, the solo challenge text, it becomes harder to read at a smaller size, but both red version now and live are readable for me. Okay, so like I've noticed that as a problem. Like the scalability on the solo challenge text is not very good. The red version text, sometimes people won't read. They're going to look at something first, and you have to think, if I'm being served on the YouTube algorithm alongside, let's say, 200 other thumbnails, and someone who's watching YouTube regularly, if they look at, like, let's say they're probably looking at thousands of thumbnails every day. How long do you think they sit and, like, absorb all of the stuff on each one of those thumbnails? How long? Like, they're going to do it for, like, maybe, I don't know, maybe a second. So the stuff that you have on your thumbnail has to so immediately and quickly communicate exactly what you're doing. And I've found, I think my thumbnails look beautiful. These thumbnails. I think they look really good, but I don't think that they communicate exactly what I'm doing instantly. I think it takes a small amount of processing time, which if you're a new viewer to my channel, you're not going to maybe get the sense of what I'm doing right away. If you've always watched my videos, you know exactly what to do. The color palette issue is also a problem, Oliver. The issue here is that I need a distinct shade of red that is not similar to the fire red. That red is a more orange red. This is a more like a purpley red. I need a distinct type of red so that when you quickly look at my thumbnails, you can tell which game I'm playing, because the Charizard arts are going to be fairly similar, and you could look at it and go like, it's red, and then it's not red, it's fire red, it's totally different. You don't want to watch a Gen 3 game, and I don't want you to click on the video if you don't want to watch a Gen 3 game. That's totally fine. So I need a distinct color of red to differentiate between these two games. This is also why I didn't play Leaf Green, because then I would have two games in Gen 3 that are both green color thumbnails. So I'm playing Fire Red because it's a different color, and I wasn't playing red on the channel. Anyways, yeah. So let's go to the other thumbnail and talk about like how I have potentially tried to solve these problems. The solo challenge text is bigger. There is nothing in the top left anymore cluttering up space. There is still the box art, the old Charizard art, but it is now on the cartridge, and when you physically see the cartridge, you know what game it is. The cartridge tells you that it's a game. The box art tells you that it's a game. The reason I did not choose to go with the box art of the game, like the box, not the cartridge itself, is because I feel like so many other people just use the PNG of the box and they just slap it on their thumbnail and it looks really cheap. I physically took out all of my cartridges and took pictures of them. This is my literal red version cartridge. So then the other thing, the arrow, it's a YouTube classic. You got to put an arrow on the thumbnail. If you watch any videos on YouTube about how to make good thumbnails, everyone's just like, just put an arrow somewhere. Which I think is silly and stupid. But then Exceptional found out that Venomoth's head looks like an arrow, so we started using Venomoth's head as an arrow to direct eyes around the screen when we want to show information very quickly in information-dense screens. And I was like, that's smart. Let's just put YouTube, do the YouTube trope, but do the YouTube trope in a way that is stylistic of the channel. So we can use Venomoth's head as an arrow pointing from the solo Pokemon to the game. This eliminates one piece of text, which is the text telling you which game it is. And it also displays the solo challenge text larger, which hopefully makes that a little bit more obvious for people who don't know my channel. It shows the game more clearly as to which game I'm going to be playing on the channel. It also, funnily enough, gives me more horizontal space to work with for the Pokemon's art. So let's like switch back to the other one. I'm just going to change it so it's the exact perfect scale. Look here how big Butterfree is. If I make Butterfree bigger, it will like Butterfree's wing will go over Charizard's face. And the like number one design, I was talking about this, we're making shorts now for fun. Anyways, we were making shorts the other day, and like we have to watch out that the UI elements for the YouTube like shorts player don't go over the faces of any characters, because whenever you put something over a face, it just looks really tacky and bad. So the only way to get around this is scale Charizard down, make him smaller so that he is taking up less horizontal space on the thumbnail. But then his wing doesn't poke over the solo challenge banner, which is a diagonal element. And then it looks like there's sort of just like dead space in the top left of the thumbnail, which looks really bad. So we can't scale Charizard down. If we move him over to the left, then his wing just moves out of the frame anyway, and he doesn't work anymore. So I am forced to move the solo challenge Pokemon more to the right-hand side of the frame and scale it down so that it doesn't take up too much space. Whereas with the art, my solo challenge Pokemon can actually be a little bit bigger. Because also, like, I can cover up the cartridge to some extent and people will still understand exactly what it is. So, those are my design choices around changing the thumbnail and why I wanted to change it. Because usually what happens is I change something and then everyone comments, I hate the new change. Like, on my last few videos, I have had so many people that have just commented that they don't like the new thumbnails. And they're like, why would you change anything? It doesn't make sense. Why would you change? It's like, people are always trying to make things better, you know? And, I understand that the people that commenting are probably not creative types, because being involved in creative stuff like for my whole life, just like you're like constantly looking for ways to do things better. And it's really rarely the case that you're like, oh, I've just got it locked down. I don't need to do anything new ever again. So this is why I tried stuff. Yeah. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if I'm going to change it back. I'm probably going to change it back because people don't like it, and I'm running some tests on thumbnails now, so you can do A/B tests on. You can do tests between different thumbnails to see if one attracts more viewers, that kind of thing. So yeah, if you haven't noticed, my channel has like 73,000 subscribers, and it's had like 70,000 subscribers for a long time now. The growth on my channel has slowed down dramatically because I think solo challenges are kind of past their peak trend moment. Yeah, anyways, finding new people to click on this stuff is like a challenge that I think all creators in this space have been trying to solve for some time now. So anyways, that's what I'm thinking about. Thumbnails, it's a thing. It's a YouTube thing. Probably going to switch back to the old thumbnails. People will not whinge about it anymore then. And apparently, yeah, it's just like a system that's working, so why change it? Why play Heart Gold over Soul Silver? Because Soul Silver would also be a gray thumbnail, and then we'd have two gray thumbnails within the Generation 4 era, Platinum and Soul Silver. So, yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense. So we got to play Heart Gold, because then it can be like an orangey gold color, which is different from Fire Red and different from Red. I don't know if like solo challenges are necessarily oversaturated. Like, there are like lots of people doing them, but I think that one of the things about like YouTube trends that people need to recognize is that when a new trend comes along, the like very first people who jump on the trend will usually always get the largest channels out of the trend. And then there'll sort of be like a second generation of people who jump on the trend who will get smaller, still successful channels. But then people who come along in like third or fourth generation, those channels are just never going to get to the size that the earlier channels were able to. Because the sort of trend allows people to establish a like a stable viewer base where people will continue to watch even after the trend has subsided. Because, like, I think it was 2020 with J Rose and My Dry Bread, like, massive trend in this kind of, like, challenge genre. And then you have huge explosion in those channels. I consider myself to be one of the second generation channels, because I came around after them, after they were doing it. So, yeah. Any new strategies or breakthroughs to fight versus videos burnout? It's a good question. I'm just going to change up the visuals here. We're going to go to the tier list for a second while I just continue to ramble. That's another thing. I'm not forcing myself this year to be really succinct with these streams and getting right to gameplay, that sort of thing, so people will not like that. That's fine. I'm doing the stream highlights. That's my solution to making these streams a little bit more long-winded, where I can just chat about stuff. Strategies or breakthroughs to fight video versus video burnout. Honestly, the biggest thing that causes me to burn out when making versus videos is not the like volume of work. It is how I am really hard on myself. Yeah, like when I like, let's say I sit down and play a Pokemon, like this is a part of being just like a person who is exposed to public scrutiny all the time. And like, I don't have a huge audience. I can't imagine what this would be like. I think you just like get more callous to it more quickly maybe. But like, when I like watch a versus video, usually every time I release a versus video, the like to dislike ratio is not as good as regular videos. Now my channel, I'm really lucky. I have an exceptional like to dislike ratio. Like every video is around 99% likes to dislikes. There's always like 20 people that are just like, I'm gonna dislike this. I don't know who those people are. Cool. Leave me a comment. Let me know what I can do better. Give me some constructive feedback. I'm really curious actually why you would choose to dislike a video. So maybe if you do dislike the video, let me know why. Then I can improve in the future. Anyways, I have good like to dislike ratio, but the like to dislike ratio is worse on versus videos. It's usually like 97 to 98% because someone is always frustrated. This is my interpretation of it, and based on comments that I've seen over 5 years, someone's always frustrated when the Pokemon that they like doesn't win. And that's fair. It's totally fair that like you'll look at my play and go like, oh, he missed a key strategy. Like if he had used Mega Kick earlier on, Charizard would have been fine. Or they watch the first playthroughs and they see me totally fumble with a fire type, and then they go, oh, he's being biased. Look, his water type did so much better and he played terribly with the fire type. He's obviously manipulating the results so that the one that he loves wins and the one that he dislikes loses. It's like, I have no incentive to do that. I have all of the incentive to present as accurate as possible data for all of you. Anyway, so the like to dislike ratio is not as good on versus videos, but what happens to me is for some reason my brain just focuses on the fact that like, maybe I didn't play as well as I could have with Charizard, so like, maybe I should do better next time. And then for versus videos, I just get stuck procrastinating and like in this cycle of like, I'm not going to do well enough with the Pokemon. It's not going to be a good enough, like my skill is not going to be good enough to give the Pokemon what they deserve and what the viewers deserve. So then I get stressed out. And I try I do like 7 attempts or 10 attempts because I'm like, I got to put the work in and make sure that I'm doing, make sure that I'm like showing that these Pokemon can get this kind of result, and like I'm going to explain all the logic, that sort of thing. I think a lot of like what's good about my channel has come out of this. So it's like in some ways it's a personal weakness of mine, but in other ways it's become a strength. Yeah. The big thing that has helped me produce versus videos faster is just being like, you know, I'm going to do 3 attempts. I'm going to do my best. And like, that's like, I'm going to miss stuff. Like, even if I try as hard as possible over 10 attempts, there will still be some like oddball suggestion that someone has in 2 years that I'll look back on and go like, you know, actually that might help. And then we'll explore it. And like the solo challenge community will learn more and more about these games. That's what's beautiful about it. They're kind of endlessly deep. Like, Zealous Pawn came back recently and started re-optimizing Parasect, which is wild to me because I played like 200 playthroughs with that thing. It feels like we always thought like high 43 minutes would be like kind of the ceiling for it, unless you're starting to get into the territory of like, I played on a like lower multiple of game speed, because then you can just be like a little bit more precise with your movement, that sort of thing. Yes. Yeah, the versus video thing is more just dramatics rather than actually being like important for the format. It's just like a fun way to package these videos, not actually any fundamental difference. Anyways, yeah, the big breakthrough that I had in December was like I set myself a lofty goal of doing a ridiculous number of versus videos. And because of that, I just had to be like, you know what? It's not physically possible for me to do 7 playthroughs per Pokemon. That's going to be like 10 hours of work, maybe more, 12. It's like if I'm doing a 3-way versus video with Charmeleon, Ivysaur, and Wartortle, I cannot spend like 40 hours just playing the game. That's not going to be possible because then we have to do all the production on top of that, and production always takes more time than playing. Okay, let's talk about Red version. Today we are going to play Butterfree in Pokemon Red. We have ranked 11 out of 151 Pokemon so far, so there are 140 left to go. Today we're going to fit Butterfree into this tier list. We have the 3 starters up at the top, Blastoise and Charizard in S tier, Venusaur in A tier. Then we have some early game Pokemon filling out what is kind of an empty middle of the tier list, Rattata and Mankey in the E tier, and Pidgey in the Bruno tier. Down at the bottom we have all the Pokemon that can't beat the game, Weedle, Caterpie, Kakuna, Metapod, and Magikarp. We're going to do Butterfree today, then we're going to do Beedrill tomorrow, and after that we're going to come back next week and do 3 incredibly good first stage Pokemon, Drowsy, Ghastly, and Ponyta. Scott, what do you think was the biggest mistake or strange decision made with a Pokemon's stats for an early generation Pokemon? Like how Rapidash is slower than some of the other Pokemon despite being the fast one. Why is the impossible tier in that order? Magikarp should probably be ahead of Kakuna and Metapod. We can just fix that now. It's really just Weedle. Weedle is first because it has Poison Sting, so it can get the furthest in the game. That's basically it. I'll fix it later. Okay, let's talk about Butterfree as a Pokemon. So, for base stats, we have 60 HP, 45 attack, 50 defense, 70 speed, giving it a 13.67 chance to crit, and it has 80 special. 80 special, pretty good for Generation 1. Medium fast growth rate, it's okay for a solo challenge. Its level up learn set is pretty limited, but it gets some good moves. Confusion to start, then through level up Sleep Powder at level 17, and finally Psybeam at level 32. Everything else is basically irrelevant. TM and HMs, it gets like a limited set of TM and HMs. It gets some truly terrible stuff like Razor Wind and Whirlwind, but it gets good moves, Mega Drain and Psychic. Butterfree has a limited learn set, but it has everything that it needs to stomp this game. All right. Let's look at the poll. So, what's Butterfree's first playthrough time going to be? 9% say under 45 minutes. 38% say under 50 minutes. 42%, the majority, say under 1 hour. And 12% say over an hour. I have personally played this run before. I have filmed 2 or 3 Butterfree playthroughs in red version in the distant past, like 2 to 3 years ago. I don't remember anything about the run. I filmed it because I was thinking of doing a yellow versus red video with Butterfree comparing the 2 games to show how different they are. I never had time to finish that video in the chaos of everything else, so that footage is just sitting on a hard drive somewhere and is basically never going to be used for anything. So this is technically not my first playthrough with Butterfree, and I do have a kind of idea of where it's going to sit, but I've improved a lot as a player since I played those previous runs, so I think my prediction is... it's kind of not fair for me to predict this run just because I have predicted the other Pokemon and I haven't played them in red version, but I will still predict Butterfree. I think this is going to be under a 55-minute time, but I don't think... I don't think the first run is going to get under 50 minutes, but I think the second run might. It just might. Yeah, we can pick up Teleport, but by that time we usually just get Fly and then Dig immediately after, and Fly is not so annoying to use. In Gen 3, Teleport saves time because Fly is so annoying to use mechanically. But I don't think that's going to be the case here in red version. Oh. Okay, I was like, my controller's not working. Did the cats eat through that cable as well? It does not appear that that's the case. We can actually control the game. Gemma, thank you for the support. I appreciate it. I'm having so much fun on these streams. I have wanted to stream since like the second year doing this channel. My voice just has not been in good enough health. The biggest change for 2025 is just my voice feels so much better. So we can do a lot more. I can make more videos. I can actually film some other games for once. And we're going to do so much more stuff this year. It's going to be really fun. As well as this red series. This year, I'm going to beat red version with every single species. I'm also going to make a short for all of those videos. I've made the first 6 shorts. Those should start coming out soon. And think of the short as like a summary of the high level strategy that I use to beat one of the runs. Like, if you were another solo challenge runner, you could watch one of my shorts. It'll take you a minute to a minute and a half to watch the short, and you would get a sense for how you should play the playthrough. Like, oh, I should use rare candies here, and I should learn this move and not learn this other move. It's like a really condensed, bite-sized way to experience one of these playthroughs. I'm getting really fast at making them. I can write a short script in like 15 minutes as soon as I finish doing the playthroughs on stream. And then I can record the audio in like 3 minutes. And Sean, my video editor, is getting better and better at editing them. We did like a deep dive on it like yesterday or the day before. Anyways, I think they're going to look good too. We're improving the styling over the previous ones that I've done. All right, enough talk. Let's do this. Butterfree and Pokemon Red. Hopefully you like the colors. I tried to go with the teal coloring based on Butterfree's coloring in the Sugimori art. And then I also did a green. They don't look amazing together. This is no Rattata stream or Mankey stream, but I think they're okay. And the green is based on... Hopefully he picks the right... Oh, I chose the wrong Pokemon, sorry. He's supposed to take Charizard. Anyways, the green is based on the bug type. We have a bug background. It's like a mossy rock, but it's all blurred so you can't see what it is. I slightly desaturated it because people were saying the saturation on my overlay is maybe a bit too much for playing old games. Like, cool. So I tried to desaturate it just a little bit. Should do a Psywave run one day. No. Bulbasaur's this one. Okay. People did ask the question, oh, I forgot to turn off the bonk counter. Hey, it's actually up in the right place. Maybe I did fix that. Well, we'll leave it on for now. Looks like I fixed it. I forgot. Bonks. Look at that. Bonks. We got bonks now. So people were saying, is Harden going to be useful for Butterfree? Or could Harden be useful if you start as a Caterpie, evolve to Metapod, and then evolve into a Butterfree? Yes, Harden could be useful for badge boosts, but I don't think that badge boosts are the correct play for Butterfree. The only reason badge boosts would be helpful is if we're going to run out of PP with a move like Psychic. It only has 10 base PP, and after 3 PP ups, it'll have 16. I could see slowly knocking out Pokemon like Alakazam being very bad for Butterfree, because Mega Drain also does not have very much PP. Harden would allow us to play around this by badge boosting our stats to the point where we can just kind of not care and do a little bit more damage. But we're going to have Sleep Powder, and I think that that's the more important move. Oh, that's really bad. We got poisoned right away by the Weedle. Wow. Wow. Whew. 4 hit points when we got to that antidote. Guess we're skipping that bug catcher. Actually, I kind of want to go back for him. A little bit worried. I don't want to fight Brock at an extremely low level, because he is level 14 in this game with his Onix. Leon, welcome to Venonat. Thanks for the support. Really appreciate it. Haha, confused. This guy has good experience too, because he's got 3 Pokemon. There are many less trainers, 2 less in Viridian Forest, which is a pretty big deal. Oh, that's a fun idea. I could do Nuzlocke, where after finishing the tier list, I could do Nuzlocke, and each Nuzlocke is of a tier. I can only catch Pokemon and use Pokemon from a single solo running tier. That's a fun idea. Okay, we're going to black out here. Or we're just going to win? Nope, we're going to black out. Here's my support, bro. I really appreciate it. Butterfree is good against Brock, but not amazing against Brock. This blackout training is fine. Yeah, I want to do Nuzlocke. I've wanted to do Nuzlocke since the first year of the channel. It was always my goal to do both types, but I've just never got around to it because honestly, I'm procrastinating on it because I want the tech to look really good for Nuzlocke. Shouldn't have to blackout train here. Wow. Don't overestimate Butterfree. Like, going through the forest on fighting every bug catcher, we were like level, like, what, like 8? Or 7? 7? Like, Brock could beat us at that level. We could just blackout train against Brock, though. Like, it's probably what we'll do for the second run. No, definitely no Bide. Bide's terrible. Terrible move. Bide is really only useful with water types to get by Misty quickly to get Bubble Beam. There's no advantage with Butterfree to fight Misty early. Now we'll just put the Starmie to sleep. It's fine. Hey, caught the Spearow first ball. Nice. Oh my gosh. This is why I don't like catching Paras. Oh, this cave. It's brutal. It's brutal when the cave is really blue. Poison Paras. I could have, yeah. Oh, I don't one-shot these. That's annoying. I thought I would one-shot, but no. Confusion is not good enough. Alright, we're not going to fight the guy with Eradicate. That went very badly for me last stream. Skip him. Alright. The Rocket Boss! His terrifying Zubat is not terrifying today. Sorry to tell you. Embarrassing. Oh no. We're gonna have just enough confusion to make it through the cave. 2 extra PP. Level 18 over a damage running threshold. Take the Dome Fossil. The best fossil. If you take the other fossil, you're obviously not a solo runner. My shout out. Come fight me. Madrive Red and J Rose. And everyone else who picks the Helix fossil. It is the wrong choice. Once I almost picked up the Helix fossil by accident in modern times, but I used to pick up the Helix fossil. I basically just copied Madrive Red's joke for a little while. And that we don't really have a good way of knocking this thing out. Like, I guess the extra small amount of damage. Oh, that was a poison did a lot. So even if we're on low health, Butterfree can still win because it has sleep powder. Look at that. Yeah, Confusion will be slow on Starmie, but it will still be able to get the job done. The super chat, yeah, got a lot of likes. That was amazing. Thanks for the €2. So in Gen 1, sleep lasts up to 7 turns, and on the turn that the Pokemon wakes up, they are not able to attack. Yes, half the moveset is already done. It's basically Sleep Powder and Psychic. That's the whole run. There are 2 other moves that I'm going to add to the set, but I'll leave those as a surprise, because I think they're going to show some degree of character development. Yeah, like before I would have used Sleep Powder on... I might actually want to use Sleep Powder on the Pidgeotto during that fight. I think it improves the odds of not getting hit by Sand Attack during that battle. Because the Pidgeotto is like a 4-hit with Confusion. If it's a 4-hit with Confusion, it gets 4 turns to roll for a 33% chance Sand Attack. Whereas with Sleep Powder, I have a 75% chance of just putting it to sleep. Yeah, I definitely think we should put the Pidgeotto to sleep. And if we put the Pidgeotto to sleep, then everything else should probably be easier from there. This guy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Everyone, tune in. Oh, he got art. We got art for him. Thank you to Garu for doing the art of this hiker, as well as the rocket boss in Mount Moon. I figured he needed art because he's been causing problems with some normal types. I do want to point this out. Someone said Body Slam and Fly. Fly? Butterfree does not learn a single same type attack bonus move in Generation 1. It learns no flying type moves, and it learns no bug type moves. Mikey, good to have you here. That's right, Ford escape rope. We gotta do it. Speaking of brands, I am so happy I was able to convince one of my favorite brands to sponsor the channel again. So, coming soon. I don't know if I have my link yet, so I don't necessarily want to talk about them right now. Well, I'm gonna anyways because I like the brand so much. So if you just buy something, if you're gonna buy something, maybe just wait until my sponsored video and then use my link. You'll get 15% off. But Vessi, this company is amazing. I love this company so much. These shoes are like the comfiest shoes I have ever had. Oh my gosh. I've worn them for 2 years, and Rosie likes to scratch shoes. I don't know why. She just as soon as we get home, she walks over and scratches my wife and my shoes. It's really weird behavior. This is not going well. I'm slower than the Starmie, which is annoying. I would like to confuse it, but apparently we're just gonna lose. Okay, I didn't expect that. Anyways, yeah, these shoes are just amazing. They're comfy, they're super durable. I've had them for 2 years, worn them literally every single day. And they have been so good. They still work perfectly. They're waterproof, so they work for the Canadian winters and slush and everything. Anyways, I just love this company. I always used to hate getting new shoes because they're always really uncomfy when you first get them. I didn't have that problem with these shoes. Okay, there we go. Managed. I didn't think we were going to have a reset there. Who made that art? Ken Sugimori. Okay, here we go. Boom. I think it's just whenever I go up against a psychic type, I should put it to sleep. Especially this one, because it can put you to sleep and then waste tons of your time. It's going to be nice to not have only confusion for damage. It's pretty slow when you have to do that. Bide might be better against Starmie just to knock it out quickly. Well, small indie artists can survive. I know, right? What, did we just crit both of those Pidgeys? I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah, we did. Because they're a 2-hit. They're supposed to be a 2-hit. I was looking at the damage range, and then both of them went down in 1 hit. I was like, wait, what? Okay, this is alright, it's pretty easy. Pretty easy so far. Gonna get my super potions. I'm liking grabbing those. We're gonna skip rest. I don't know why I went in here. That was totally just muscle memory. We obviously are not getting Body Slam. No, we don't need to go in there either. Some fire types here. We'll just heal before this fight and save. Now, I've been saying it since I started this Red and Blue series, or I hope I have. I honestly don't think that Rest is as good in this game as it is. That burn is really annoying. I don't think Rest is as good in this game as it is in Yellow. Yellow is a more difficult game because the enemy Pokemon have good move pools. This game they don't. So skipping Rest doesn't feel like, even in the worst case scenario, it's not going to be an awful thing in this game. Whereas in the worst case scenario in Yellow, you might get stuck for an extended period of time. Oh, well, Sleep Powder, come on. We talked about this last time. As long as that doesn't Hyper Fang, I think I'm good. Should put this to sleep. It's going to take a while. Oh my gosh. Confusion is not quick. Are we going to run out? We're going to run out, aren't we? Oh. Interesting. He could knock himself out in Confusion, but I don't think it's worth it to play that. Just use the PP restoring item and then do the fight. Yeah, I could use Poison, but like, Poison, it's going to take longer. Like, we're going to poison him and then he's going to knock us out with Ember anyways. We're just, like, it's going to be wasted time either way. And we'll waste more time by trying to fight it. I should have just reset as soon as I noticed on the Kadabra, but I decided to keep playing. See how much damage I would do to the Charizard. No, not Charizard. Charmeleon. Yeah, small PvP problems. Whirlwind. Perfect. I don't know if 9 is enough to knock out Surge's entire team because he has 3 Pokemon. So we're going to go over here, not to get Rest, but instead to get the Ether. Whirlwind is stab. It's not. It's a normal move. Same with Gust. Normal move in Gen 1. We don't even learn it, but it's a normal move. They changed Butterfree's moveset up in Yellow, but I think it does get Gust or something like that, but it's still not the same type of attack bonus. I gotta remember to teach things in the opposite order in red version. Teach Cut first, then Dig, because the Paris has, like its move, it has space for both of them, so they go in the opposite order. Whereas Charmander in Yellow. Hey, crit the Pikachu, cool. Okay, Surge Raichu, no, Thunderbolt. As long as the Raichu does not use Thunderbolt. Okay, well maybe we should sleep the Pikachu to avoid Thunder Wave. We could win still. we put him to sleep. No, we're going to lose now. He has good AI in Pokemon Red, so he is always going to use electric moves against flying type Pokemon. Yeah, I think here we're going to definitely sleep the Pikachu and the Raichu. Because Pikachu is going to randomize between Thundershock and Thunder Wave. Thunderbolt, but we live it. Can we confuse? No. No. Oh, this is brutal. This might be one... This is... Okay, so there are some Pokemon... I've always thought about this. Is Surge better in Yellow or in Red and Blue? Because his team is at lower levels. Oops. His team is at lower levels in Red and Blue. His Raichu is terrifying in Yellow. But in Red and Blue, he has good AI. So against flying types or Pokemon that are weak to him, it might be potentially better in this game. I think we're actually just waiting for a good sleep. The X speed is annoying, because then when he wakes up, he does move first, and we can't just put him back to sleep. Well, we win. Yeah, we can skip Surge. We could just come back to him later, and we would have Psychic at that point. Which is probably what we'll do next time. It wastes about 40 seconds to come back to him, so if you can beat him with a little bit of luck, it's worth it. The problem with Butterfree is that we we're failing on the Raichu, which is late into the battle, and that's pretty much where every Pokemon's going to fail, so I do think that it's probably the safest, most consistent play to just come back to him after doing mid-game stuff. These are not one-hits. It is possible for her to wrap us. The wrapping lass. Well, not if I crit the Oddish. Now we win. What time do we learned Psybeam at 32. That is unfortunately late. We also just went by the teleport TM. We were thinking, is there a way to make this useful? I don't think so. There's not enough of the game where you... Like, because once we get to... Oh, there might actually be a way to make it useful if we're going to skip Surge. So, remember how I said, like, you get Fly as soon as you arrive in Celadon? That's basically right after we get through Rock Tunnel. But we can't use Fly if we have not beat Surge. So, potentially, what we can do is we can use Teleport to get back to, like, Cerulean City or something like that. Like, we can save in our heal in Cerulean City and then just go through Rock Tunnel, grab Fly, do everything we need to do in Celadon, then teleport back to Vermilion City and fight Surge, get Fly, and then use Fly to go back wherever we need to go. So it's like one small time savings, which will cut, like, that'll cut the time loss from skipping Surge. So yeah, I think that is the better choice with Butterfree. Oh my gosh. It's definitely a time save, yes. Oh yeah, we need to go and get Psychic from Saffron anyway. It's still a time save though. We can even use, like, because we would have to walk back from the Fly Girl's house. We could use Teleport there to get back closer to Saffron City. Cut that journey. Either way, it's going to save a small amount of time. Oh my gosh, this Pokemon is killing me because of PP. I don't think we're going to get through the tunnel. Well, I guess we... No. I don't think we can one-shot the remaining Pokemon. We're gonna have to rely on Poison Powder. Oh my gosh. This is one case where Tackle from Caterpie would actually be useful. Like, I want to make sure that I one-hit, so we're gonna do this. Okay, we have to wait till it goes down. No! Oh my, that doesn't one hit. Oh, this is frustrating. This may mess up the first playthrough, but... I don't have Bide. Why am I not using Bide? I don't have Bide. So we can get Swift now. I might get it. Yes, I did both the elixir and the ether from the SSN. I had to use I used like the ether after the rocket outside of Cerulean City. Then I used the elixir to continue. And then I used the ether to beat Surge. And then I was out of PP restoring items. That's the first time that's ever happened to me. I've never had an issue like that before. It's cool. If we had like 4 PP, that fight would have been so much better. But we didn't. We had 3. Okay. Yeah, I could poison the Slowpoke. There's like a lot of things that I could do. We'll talk about them later. I don't have time to like cognitively process everything around that specific situation. Like if we skip Surge, we save 1 ether and that'll just solve the problem. So again, like skipping Surge probably pretty good. I did heal before the tunnel. I healed in Cerulean City and then I healed again in the tunnel. Right outside the tunnel. Okay, we got Psychic now. I think we can fight Erica. Like our type is really good against her. We're going to take a lot of damage. And we can do decent damage to her Pokemon with Psychic. Let's go! Oh, we got to see the janky Weepinbell sprite and the awesome Ivysaur sprite. Now we get to see the Fedora tipping Vileplume. Okay, I assume Erica is going to be really easy. 2-shot on the Victory Bell. Okay, we get poisoned. That doesn't really matter. We have a 72.5% chance to 2-hit the Tangela, which we get. Crit. Vileplume, tip in her hat. Mega Drain. Yep, that's bad. Easy. Defeating Erica gives us access to Mega Drain, which I am also going to teach to Butterfree. This is solution for rock Pokemon, rock ground types, but it also gives us a way to recover health. And recovery in solo challenges, especially with weak Pokemon, is pretty important. Oh, people are talking about pizza in chat. Stop doing that to me. No. Gotta put these things to sleep so they don't sleep you. Psychic with neutral damage is slightly better against the Kadabra. And it can drop special. Alright, this fight was easy. We ran out of Psychic PP, but I think... Did I go to the hideout? I didn't go to the hideout yet. I'm not sure if Psybeam is going to one-hit the Ghastlies. This will, though. Psychic should. Yeah, one hit. Psybeam does as well, so I didn't need to go back to heal. Cool. You know, this color palette, I am liking it more and more. If you didn't know, this like color of teal is one of my favorite colors. I don't know why, it just scratches my brain in like the perfect way. Protoss Hudscott. Yeah, that is probably why. That is probably why. Uh-huh. I'll use whatever, like I'll just make a color palette depending on what I think looks best for those Pokemon when I get to them. I'm trying to make each palette somewhat unique and not the same. I'll just keep going. Oops. Yeah, the teal is also the original Butterfree color, yep. Oh, come on. Got double edge. Told you I'm evolving. Yeah, there are 4 bug type moves, correct? Does Psybeam one hit? Yes. This guy's getting art. The grimy biker. Gonna be great. Yeah, PP ups on Psychic 100%. This is probably one of the best spots to do training in the game because there's a bunch of fighting types and poison types and they give pretty good experience and they're right along the path. So I'm going to do it now. We'll cut it out for the second run if it's too much. Scott, I'm glad your voice has gotten better. How's your brain doing not being on meds? It's better than I was anticipating, but it's mostly because I'm working really hard to just make sure that my work is... I'm in both a privileged position where I have people that help me do these videos, so all the stuff that I find tedious and laborious, I can ask Sean and Exceptional to do. And that lets me focus my attention on doing the things that really get me pumped up, which is like working on overlay coding and doing these playthroughs on stream and just playing the game a whole bunch. So I'm in a pretty lucky position. Come tax season though, my brain is going to scream. Actually, no, I hired an accountant last year. I forgot. Never mind. Outsourced that as well. Normally, taxes are like my least favorite thing to do in the world, especially as a self-employed person, which I have been my entire working career. It's just like all the receipts and everything has to be tracked and you have to be so precise about it. It's just like always 1 or 2 days. I would make a terrible accountant. I like numbers, but I don't like tedium. Unless it involves moving pixels around on an overlay to get the perfect visual. Then I love it. I'm actually feeling kind of rusty today at Red. It's been a little while. It was Sunday was the last time I played. Oh yeah, don't do this in Red. Leon, thank you for the 32 euros. That's incredibly generous. I really appreciate it. Okay, do we give up? I think what Ike is saying is correct. We should probably teach Swift. Because we have the option now to give up Psybeam. I'm just going to give up Psybeam and go to the final set as soon as possible. Because like my idea was always that I can use Mega Drain for recovery and Double Edge for physical damage. Double Edge still 2-shots these. That's so funny. Okay. I think the proper play here is Mega Drain first and then Double Edge. So you take less recoil. Well, Double Edge is obviously going to one-shot that. This is pretty good. Fight this guy. Psychic for this, Mega Drain for this. Heal. He's good experience. I want to get art for him at some point. Yeah, Mega Drain's great recovery. Better recovery than rest, am I right? Oh. A little scary. Small scary. We'll just do that. Should be fine. I have a decent amount of psychic PP left, so as long as I can heal here, I'll be good. And I bought the super potions. Koga, let's do it! Psychic. Psychic. X attack on the muck, making things easy for me. I one-shot both the coughings, wheezing. Now, it could self-destruct. No, it goes for toxic. Okay, simple. Maybe it can't go for self-destruct because I'm a bug type, so it sees poison as super effective. It probably is locked into toxic or sludge. I don't know if it has sludge. I just played Fire Red yesterday, so it has sludge there. Gosh, red version, come on. How much do I make on an average stream through donations? It widely varies. Sometimes I make nothing. Sometimes I make a decent amount. Like, there have been occasional like I had a couple streams, like the outliers, the really good ones, where like people, like someone donated like 100 memberships, which is $500. So like, sometimes it's really great. Sometimes make nothing. I'll fight these people. It depends on the stream. I don't know why. It tends to be if I don't stream for like 2 months, then I get a whole bunch of donations too, so those streams do tend to perform better than me just regularly streaming. Normally it's like $30 or $20 or something like that. Ah, the wall. Sexy Rexy, we have a custom piece of software that Austin wrote that watches the RAM and then changes the tracks based on what would be playing in game. Oh no, don't go through there. One psychic. Enough for the Arbok. Oh, don't worry, Joanna, I can live comfortably in Canada. Don't donate to my channel thinking you're participating in charity. That's not a good financial decision. I can definitely live comfortably. YouTube is a fantastic platform to be a creative on. Everyone should start a YouTube channel. If you have any aspirations of being entrepreneurially focused and running your own thing. No, I hate you. This hypno. This is why he got art. He's always annoying when he hypnosises you. Oh, I wanted the health, but it's fine. Yeah, video editing was hard for me at the beginning too. But you get used to it. Can also stream on YouTube though. I don't know. You have to meet some minimum threshold though. They don't want just anyone streaming. I think that's how it works. And to build an audience here, you do kind of need to put in the work of making produced content. I don't think it makes a ton of sense to just come over here and like constantly upload stream highlights or something like that. Okay, rival. You can do that once you already have an established audience. Oh, the Pidgeot's a 3-hit. Not ideal. Well. Comes out after this. Yeah, we can Mega Drain the Gyarados, I guess. Not really. We'll sleep it. See, we have sleep. This is the thing about sleep in Gen 1. When you have sleep, you can always win. It doesn't really matter how bad the situation is. Oops. Well, when you misclick, sometimes it gets worse, but you can always win when you have sleep. You can always lose too, because you can just miss a bunch like I'm doing there. But you can always win. I've healed enough. Get out of here. Go to sleep. Special drop on the Charizard. Perfect. Did it. Oops. Didn't want to fight him. I don't want him to self-destruct. Really badly don't want him to self-destruct. I want my PP back because my moves have limited uses. So we'll go back here and heal with the nurse. What is your tolerance for inconsistency? I have not defined that. That has been something I've thought about for years, and I have never been able to come up with like a good definition for myself. It's very hard to know what the tolerance for inconsistency should be in these playthroughs. Did you know that you can use this PC to deposit items? Pretty cool, huh? I didn't do my standard deposit. I must have been distracted when I got to Celadon City, which is why we've had so many bag problems throughout this run. Oh, we don't need this anymore. Where are you? Dig. You got me playing Soul Silver, and it's so much harder than Crystal. Thanks for all the videos. You're welcome. Yeah, Soul Silver is so much more difficult than Crystal. I've said it before on the channel, but like Crystal is one of the easier games to solo run, or to play in like a standard format. Not ideal damage ranges here. At least we can heal on the Goldeen. So if this was yellow, we would now be talking about how Blaine is an absolute terror, and he is one of the strongest gym leaders in the entire game. But this is red and blue. Blaine's gonna be bad. We should be totally fine. He might beat us, because we are weak to his moves. But he'll only win with luck. Fallen Hero, thank you for the $2. Uh-oh. Apparently Surge was the hardest gym leader here. That's funny. Okay, if Blaine is also difficult, then it'll be a hilarious run where the two worst gym leaders end up being the best. I don't want to fight any of these people. I realized the reason I didn't save in front of Blaine also is because his sprite is different in red and blue compared to yellow. That is a small niche thing that you're probably not going to think about very much, but his sprite is different, so I didn't look at it and internally immediately recognize, like, oh, that's Blaine. Like, there was a full health super potion right there, perfect. That's what I'm talking about with the thumbnails at the beginning of this video. Like, sometimes being able to recognize something in an instant is really important. And in this case, Blaine completely dropped the ball. Absolutely terrible performance. Gotta fight Sabrina. We should probably get this. We've had, you know, like Mimic Horn Drill and stuff recently, so let's just pick that up just in case. Although I don't think Butterfree's going to need to resort to that stuff, because we have Double Edge. Okay. Goodbye. 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 This is really easy. I am going to sleep this. Oh, it reflected. That's annoying. I like when Psychic is the best thing you can do to the Alakazam because you can special drop it. Alright, easy. Slow, but easy. Maybe I should just spam Double Edge on the Alakazam and chance it if it Psychics me. Double Edge did not one-hit the Alakazam. It was a two-hit on the Alakazam. So this game was sponsored by whip manufacturers. Yeah, they got a lot of trainers with whips. Sabrina is the most notable one, of course. She's terrifying. She's a whip in the game, and then she's like, she puts you in like a dollhouse in the anime. Whew. Okay, Giovanni, let's do this. Mega Drain the Rhyhorn. It's telling me Double Edge the Dugtrio, but I am going to hit it with 2 Mega Drains instead. And we're going to Psychic these. Look at their moves. They have Poison Sting. It's super effective. No! Guard Spec, of course, though. Mega Drain is not going to one-hit the Rhydon, but unlike in Yellow, it does not have a Rock-type move, so easy. What happens if you mimic Psychic with Psychic? You have 2 copies of Psychic. It's amazing. The game has no like code that tells it like, you already have this move, you should not have another copy of it. It just lets you have as many of the move as you want. Alright, Rival. I'm not falling for this again. I'm putting the Pidgeot to sleep and then I'm knocking it out slowly. Well, in 2 hits because I got a special drop. 1 hit the Rhydon. Sleep the Execute. Oh, I'm sad. Poisoned me. Poor little Butterfree. I don't know where I'm going to heal now. I don't know. Mega Drain's going to do like nothing to the Gyarados. And Sleep is... okay. After the poison, I was just pretty much dead. I have to go quite slowly through the second half of this fight. Because there's flying types in Alakazam. The beginning's easy though. Pidgeot and Rhyhorn are not an issue. Please go to sleep. Thank you. Uh-oh. Go to sleep. I want to knock out the Execute as quickly as possible. Okay, sleep. Sleep! How much does Mega Drain do? I just want to see. Like, almost nothing, so just don't do that. Gonna double edge it when it wakes up. Oh, it doesn't get it. Now we got it. Sleep. Oh. Charizard has Flamethrower. We might want a candy before this fight. Yes, this is the Gengar theorem. If sleep hits, you win. If sleep doesn't hit, you lose. Like, everyone always says Gengar is like such a good Pokemon, and like Gengar really isn't that good of a Pokemon. It really is only as good as Hypnosis lets it be. And like, people are gonna meme about this, but like, there is no other choice. I just want to level up before using candies. Because we're going to have to really rely on sleep during the league if we use candies now. Because we've already used 3. We don't have the Warden candy. I should have got the Warden candy when I was over there. Silly me. I'm just going to go get it now before I forget. Is it worth mimicking agility? Maybe. Oh my gosh. Sleep was not doing what it needed to do there. Even taking damage on the Pidgeot doesn't matter though, because the Rhyhorn follows and we just one-shot. This is a 64% chance to 2-hit now, which it wasn't before, so that's a small improvement on the Execute. It was always a 3-hit previously. Double Edge is a 2-hit on the Alakazam. I think I'm just going to go for it. Oh. We got him now. It's just Sleep Powder again. Like, the damage range was improved against the Execute so that we could 2-hit that more easily. But other than that, just Sleep Powder. But then again, like, that's why I'm not worried about using my rare candies super early in this playthrough, because the end of the game is going to just be Sleep Powder. If Sleep Powder works, we win. If it doesn't, we lose. You might be worried about Lance's Aerodactyl. It does not have flying moves in red and blue, unlike in yellow, so we don't need to plan around that. Now, I will mention here, just for anyone curious, play Butterfree and take the time to pick up a bunch of high-priced items and then buy Substitute. Believe me, this is so much fun. Butterfree becomes an absolute monster when it can use Substitute, because a lot of the luck that is related to using Sleep Powder just goes away. You have an extra turn while your Substitute dies to reestablish Sleep Powder, which means you get more and more rolls with it whenever the opponent wakes up. Because Butterfree's decently fast, it doesn't really have to worry about getting outsped. So if you want to play a really consistent run with Butterfree, I would recommend doing that. But this is not time conscious. You have to buy coins 50 at a time from the game corner, which is a fact that a lot of people forget. After in Generation 2 they added the ability to buy coins in groups of 500. We'll just speed through this section of the game. Quiver Dance is Gen 5, right? Or is it Gen 4? I never remember. I haven't played a run with it yet. Gen 5. Okay, here we go. Lorelei. Sleep Powder the Dugong. Psychic. Mega Drain. Psychic. Okay. Just Psychic. Never mind. Potentially we could use Mimic here to steal the Slowbro's Amnesia. But we can also just put it to sleep and then destroy it with Mega Drain. Thanks for the growl. Right before the Jinx. Kind of annoying. Go to sleep. Special drop on Lapras. 3-hit. Easy. Alright. See, when sleep works, you win. When sleep doesn't work, you lose. What a fun Pokemon to play. Hopefully you're enjoying watching. I appreciate you being here. Don't worry, Beedrill tomorrow is going to be so much more painful. Yeah, who is this guy? Huh? What's he doing in here? I thought this was a group of elite trainers. Wow. You know what? We don't need sleep here. We can just spam Psychic and Mega Drain. I could just spam Psychic. It still one-hits the Onix. Hey, he used Submission, but it missed. Who would have guessed? Why would we heal? We don't need to heal after that fight. Did you even need to heal? No. Did I need to save? No. Like, I could just skip all these things. I just chanced it there, but it worked out for us. Thanks for the haze. And then we level up and reset all our stats anyway. Haha. Oh, this is easy. Is it going to hypnosis me or something? No, it's going to Nightshade. Alright, simple. Like, we could level up, I guess? I don't know. Do we need Mimic for this fight? Like, I don't think so. We could teach it, like, in the place of Double Edge. I kind of want to keep Double Edge for the Champions Alakazam, though. It's telling me that Psychic does more damage here, so I'm going to use it. This thing can actually attack me. Oh my gosh. Unlike with Mankey the other day. Oh, it resists that. I want my health back. Because I'm slower than the Aerodactyl. Okay. I don't want to get rid of Double Edge. No, I don't want to do that. That sounds like a bad move. Just win with sleep. That's the whole play here. Just win with sleep. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Aerodactyl outspeeds. Hyper Beam. Sleep. Haha. No. No. Stop it. Okay, sleep. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Uh-oh. He got me. Sleep missed. No, I don't want to Mimic Sky Attack. That doesn't knock out the Alakazam quickly. And I just have to rely. I want to Double Edge the Alakazam. Yeah, rip Sub-Hour. That's right. The poll was right. I missed Hyper Beam. Alright. I think it is actually just better to attack the Aerodactyl there. Because if it Hyper Beams... Oh my gosh. Yeah! No! Yeah! Well, we did it. Got the max elixir, didn't I? Yeah. No, but I don't want to be exposed to one turn on the Alakazam. That doesn't make any sense. Sky Attack's terrible. Why does everyone want me to use Sky Attack? So weird. It's like a weird fascination people have with these moves. Like, use Sky Attack. Why? It's so bad. Ah, well. Oh my gosh. My speed is really unfortunate at this level. Look at my speed. It's really unfortunate. And the Pidgeot does not have agility. So we are slower than the Alakazam by 1 speed. Which means we have to use Sleep Powder anyway. I want Mega Drain just so that I can heal after the Rhydon. Like, this is really satisfying. Oh, it lived! Does it always live? There's a 24.7% chance to one hit. Wasn't expecting that. Oh. I just thought I would heal to full and one-shot it, but apparently not. I hate you, Executor. You ruined my day last time. Get out of here. Alright, Sleep. Sleep, you must. You must give us the win. Nope, that doesn't do it. That was the silliest exchange that I have ever had in a stream. Back and forth, mixes, misses, eventually mirror moves, oh, stop. Ah, wow, looks like a great move. Maybe I should mimic that. No. So I did the challenge in Pokemon Yellow, Butterfree with only physical moves. No one watched this video. I thought it was going to be great, but no one watched it. Anyways, it's on my channel if you want to check it out from like the very beginning. I think it's like the 3rd or 4th video I ever made. Oh, we're going to do this now. Oh, still bad. Everything's bad. Alakazam is good. Well, let's heal. Let's go. Hey, I got a badge boost from the Rhydon. That's nice. Thanks, buddy. Executor, I hate you. I hate you so much. This Pokemon. We drop special. Thank you. One more drop special. Thank you. Now we're going to use a grass move on a grass type. Oh, it still doesn't do much. Running low on Psychic. I don't want to use that much Psychic. Well, we can double edge now. Come on. Drop. Special drop. Did I jump one miss? Yeah, I did. Come on. No! I was sure that was going to knock it out. No, not the founding Butterfree video. I did several other Butterfree videos after that. Because I did the first one, I was like, that wasn't that hard. So then I tried to make things more difficult on myself. I'm like, well, what if I did it with no special moves? Stop. I think we are going to mimic Sky Attack because we can use it with Sleep Powder. And it gets the same type of attack bonus, which is satisfying. And we can knock out this stupid Executor faster. Look at him. Look at him. He's just looking at us like, hey, hey, hey. I'm going to make all your challenges awful. Yeah, we know. See, as soon as I figure out what the strategy is, the game's like, actually, Sleep Powder is just going to work and you're going to crush everything. All right. Oh. Oh, no! Okay, good. So the special drop saved me. Scared of a crit. 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 16 seconds with 18 resets, 3 blackouts, 983 bonks at level 65. The Charizard was not actually an overlay problem. The Charizard actually had Blizzard in-game because of a strange coding quirk as to how they assign the champion custom moves. Game time, 3 hours, 34 minutes. What are bonks? Bonks are when the game goes doof, doof, doof. I don't know how that's not just like really obvious. I always get asked questions. What are bonks? When I run into a wall and it goes doof, doof. All right. Not a great Pokemon. So, in the context of all the other red runs that we have done so far, this first playthrough result for Butterfree puts it ahead of both, behind both Rattata and Mankey's final results. Let's look at them. Mankey, 1 hour, 3 minutes, 56 seconds. Rattata, 1 hour, 40 seconds. So, Butterfree is at the end of the E tier right now with these results. We gotta save it somehow. Let's do optimization and see how much time we can save. I honestly think, this is like painful to say, but I honestly think we kind of played Butterfree the correct way. There's like a few things to sort out. If I had to summarize really quickly what I think we can do, Swift, instead of going for Mega Drain so early, that'll just help against some Psychic types that are around. We don't have to use Double Edge so early. That's like pretty much easy. And then I think buying 1 Carbos in the department store fixes the Alakazam at the end instead of 1 Calcium. Then we don't need to level up to 65 because people are saying target 65. I don't think we should have to target 65. I think we just win the game at level 64 or 63 and we outspeed the Alakazam by using Carbos earlier on. Fix PP and Rock Tunnel. Just when running low, just use candies and get Psybeam. I think that that's the solution. I don't think I should overthink it, honestly. I can move around my Ether use in the early game so that we have PP on Confusion for the final fight. That's probably how we're going to solve it, but I can also just use the rare candies there. It's not like it changed these late game fights. Yeah, we didn't outspeed the Alakazam. That's super unfortunate, but we still just need to wait for Sleep Powder to work. That's really what this comes down to. It's like, we just have to get Sleep Powder luck to work. This is one run where I would like to do 2 follow-up playthroughs. Just because I do think that there's enough like randomness with Sleep Powder that if you just get a good run, like you can save like 5 minutes. But if you get a bad run, you might lose like 15. It can be awful sometimes. All right, let's go. Let's look at the software. All of the damage ranges. This is literally, it wrote down every single action that I did in the game. Now we can see them all. And we're going to go through and try and fix things for Butterfree to improve its results as much as possible. All right, Sky Attack against the champion. Let's put Mimic on our set. So if we do outspeed the champion, first let's go to Calcium. So we'll find the Calcium, purchase Calcium. So here we're going to purchase Carbos instead. And here we're going to use Carbos. And then we're going to go Rival. This is the final Rival battle. And for this, we're going to teach Mimic in the place of Double Edge probably. Because I want Mega Drain for the Rhydon. Like, I think it just makes sense to have it for the Rhydon. It's easy. Then we're going to Mimic Sky Attack, see how much that does. Okay, so it does one-hit the Alakazam. Yeah, of course it doesn't one-hit the Exeggutor all the time. 76.1% chance to one-hit. I hate Exeggutor. This thing, it's so annoying. It is so frustrating to battle. Oh my gosh, it is like the tankiest Pokemon out there. It just loves trolling you with Hypnosis and ruining your day. You sleep for like 7 turns and it barrages you down slowly, wasting both your time and all of your emotional reserves. Oh, this Pokemon. And then in Yellow, it gets worse. They gave it Leech Seed so that it can ruin things for you later in the fight when you have to go up against Cloyster and you have no way to knock that thing out. Oh my gosh, Exeggutor. Okay. Now we're going to calm down. We're going to say, 76%, that is pretty good. We can still knock it out with Sky Attack. Just put it to sleep. Use Sky Attack. Knock it out. Gyarados. I guess we could use Sky Attack on it. It's like, meh. Well, it's probably better to actually Psychic lower its special than if it hits you with Hydro Pump. It's not going to do that much damage. Like, it's funny that we mimic Sky Attack and then it ends up being the best move that Butterfree has, which is hilarious. No. We're probably going to use it only for the Alakazam and the Executor. We will use Psychic for the Pidgeot, Mega Drain for the Rhydon, Psychic for the Gyarados and the Charizard. I do think it makes sense to not have Double Edge there, though. We might not need Double Edge for Lance either. What Smash Math has been talking about. Oh yeah, I'm going to turn off the music here and I'm just going to put on a playlist because we're going to go over to Gold and Silver for this section of the video. What if on Agatha we don't have Double Edge and we mimic Hypnosis and then put her Pokemon to sleep? I'm going to provide no context for that statement. Okay, but what if we do have Mimic before Lance? Because then we can steal Agility from the first Dragonair and set up so that we're faster than the Aerodactyl. But what does that do to damage ranges? We want to set up after the first Dragonair because we level up, but damage ranges are better. Like, we might as well do it because Double Edge is not going to help us here. We actually could steal Dream Eater if we have Mimic for this fight. What happened? Why are we listening to this music? I'm gonna change the track. It's like the weird, like, unknown theme, like doo doo doo. It just does that over and over again. It's really annoying. Nah, Dream Eater is not, like, meaningfully an improvement over Psychic, so much so that we would have to use Sleep Powder on every Pokemon. I don't think it makes any sense to do that. We don't need Double Edge for this fight. We don't need Double Edge for this fight. We don't really need Double Edge for this fight, but it is helpful against the Jinx. I'll probably hold on to it just for that, because if we don't get hit by Growl like we did last time, we'll just one-shot the Jinx with Double Edge, making that a chance to avoid getting hit by Ice Punch and getting frozen, which is always annoying. We don't one-hit it when we... so maybe we should just put... Well, we gotta put it to sleep anyways. Gotta put everything to sleep. Double Edge is still better, though. Don't worry, I'm running a Pokemon next time that will completely destroy the Executor, because we have Beedrill, which will have Swords Dance and Twin Needle. It's going to do 4 times damage at +6. It's going to completely devastate the Executor. It's going to be so satisfying. This fight was annoying. Wait, what about the champion? Do we outspeed the... We speed tie the Alakazam with 1 Carbos. So when we're in the Rocket Hideout, we're going to pick up the extra nuggets and the extra items like HP up and stuff. We'll just sell all of that and we'll buy 1 more Carbos. And then when we use that Carbos, we will then outspeed the Alakazam, I'm pretty sure. So we're only using 4 Carbos, so we should be able to use 5 for the entire playthrough without it being ineffective. See, we don't have enough money, but like we will have enough money. And yeah, all the vitamins are still effective, which will make us faster than the Alakazam at level 64. Yes, now we outspeed the Alakazam. Haha! Yeah, Executor has been annoying in yellow version, but the reason Executor has not risen to the top of my like most hated Pokemon list in yellow version is specifically because there are other Pokemon that are more annoying. I just like punched my monitor accidentally. I extended my finger in like a really dramatic way, and it was like that Matrix moment where he like puts out his hand and like goes like ugh, on like the Agent Smith's throat. It's like this would not be very effective in a fight, but anyways, I just did that to my monitor. The reason Executor has not been so prominently featured as a villain in yellow version is specifically because the champion just has better Pokemon. Magneton, Cloyster, those things are the things. Sandslash, the Alakazam, which exists in both games. All of those Pokemon in yellow version are far scarier than the Executor. In yellow version, on the champions team, the Executor feels like the easy one. Let that sink in. Please let that sink in. That is the difference between difficulties of these games. In yellow version, the Executor is the champion's easiest Pokemon. In red and blue, Executor is the champion's best Pokemon. Wow. That's profound. Okay. Let's move on. See, like, I don't think I really need... Like, let's, like, go back and look at Swift a little bit. Because, like, we might as well. We got the time to do it now, but... Like, here I taught Mega Drain. Let's not teach Mega Drain. And then in Pokemon Tower, we'll teach Swift instead. We'll probably teach Swift a little bit before this, but... Just go with me for it. So here, Swift. It's good, useful on just the Kadabra. Swift is worse than Psychic against the Execute. Oh my gosh, this Pokemon. This Pokemon. It's gonna make me lose my mind. Let's look at the jugglers in Koga's gym. Well, we've taught Double Edge by that point. Let's not learn Double Edge. Swift is worse than Double Edge. So we kind of want Double Edge by this point. I guess it's... Really, Swift is only useful in the small niche of the game for Pokemon Tower. That's really it. It's useful against the rivals team just to one-shot the Kadabra, which we could debate. Is it even useful going south of Lavender Town, picking up Swift, and teaching it just to one-shot this one Pokemon? And then it's also useful at the top of the tower, I think, because there's a Drowsy up here. And see, Swift is a little bit faster at knocking it out, but not meaningfully so. It's like between a 2 and a 3 hit, whereas Psychic is a 3 and a 4 hit. So like we're not saving a ton of time, and those are the only two Pokemon it's useful for. I don't think it's useful. No, Swift is not useful for the Drowsy because Double Edge is more powerful for the Koga gym anyways. So yeah, Swift is useless. Double Edge is better. Yeah, Double Edge is just better here. Look at Swift. Look at the damage Swift does. We're wasting a turn, and we don't one-shot the Kadabra. Like, I don't think Swift is better. Yeah, Double Edge is one of those generic moves. Most Pokemon get it to solve problems. Look at me realizing the strength of Double Edge. I feel like I've gone to like the evil team or something. Like I'm like Palpatine, like power, unlimited power. Ah, ha, ha. Like I feel like that right now. Realizing that Double Edge is actually good sometimes. Okay, so right now what we're thinking is we don't worry about using rare candies early on to get Psybeam in case we're having PP problems, which could happen. Then we're going to use rare candies before the rival on... Well, we don't really need to use the rare candies before the rival there, but it doesn't matter either way. We can. So we're going to use rare candies to like 58 before the rival on Route 22. It'll just make them a little bit easier. Might as well. If we get the 2 Carbos earlier on, then finishing the game at level 64 is going to give Butterfree enough speed to move first against the Alakazam. We're going to teach Mimic after Lorelei, which will help. I should bring up this little window for all of you. It's helpful. We like spent a ton of time making all of this software, so like we might as well show it to people, right? Like, oh my gosh. Here we go, transition. Look at that, wow. So now you can see the moves that I was learning throughout the route. Ignore Swift. I'll just go back and turn that off because... There we go. We also need to do Mega Drain. Where is Mega Drain? I think there might be some benefit to not teaching Mega Drain until right before Giovanni and Sylph. Because Psybeam is more helpful. Well, Mega Drain is actually kind of useful in Koga's gym for the Sand Slash. You know what? I stand by the way I played this first run. I stand by it. I actually think that I made a lot of good choices, and a lot of things just didn't work out for me. We're not doing Victory Road training now. We skipped all of it. We did some training earlier in the run. No, don't. I'm not using Psywave on the Executor. Absolutely not. I refuse. I don't even think it calculates Psywave correctly anyway. Elenthier? What you're saying there is like, did I make bad choices? Am I out of touch? No, it's the software and the audience who are wrong. Yeah, I should just assume that and then become like my full villain YouTuber arc. Yeah, the audience is always wrong. I'm doing all the correct things, always. No. I genuinely am like kind of at a loss as to how to make this better. We like thought about the Swift strategy. That's not really going to pan out. Using the rare candies early on did not really damage me in the late game. I can use Mimic for the late game, which we saw, but like it helps a bit, but not that much. We're still just going to need Sleep Powder to be effective. If Sleep Powder fails, we lose. If Sleep Powder succeeds, we win. Yeah, I don't know. That's all I've got, unfortunately. I always forget to stop my recording, and then I have this huge section at the end where I'm just sitting here looking at my game time, and it's like, the recording is still going. Oops. Yes, we're going to mimic Sky Attack. We're going to do this again, okay? Sorry, we got two musics playing at the same time. It's so chaotic. I am going to take a brief break, just use the washroom, and then I'll be back, and we're going to do Butterfree number 2. Okay, run number 2. Are we all ready? I'm ready. Not actually. All my software is not set up. Or are we talking about Mankey? That's hilarious. Zealous Pawn, I think, commented saying that Horn Drill is better after doing calculations and stuff. I thought about it a lot too, and I think that Horn Drill still is the better play for Mankey against the champion. In the end, I don't think it really matters that much. You're going to have some resets there unless you get really lucky. Butterfree, Pokemon Red, attempt number 2. This is probably the least amount of optimization we have done in one of these streams. We essentially found out that I played things mostly correctly. I just need to use a little bit more Mimic in the late game. And I need to use Carbos to outspeed the champion's Alakazam. Let's go! Also, we are going to do... what's it called? We're going to do a little bit less training in the early game. I'll just make up for it by training on some other people a little bit later. Oh, we got both musics. Apologies. Must stop both musics. Cacophonous awfulness making all of your ears bleed. I'm so sorry. I only listen to double music. You're like a contemporary music fan then. There's that one, Luciano Berio Symphony. That is all about listening to a whole bunch of different types of music at the same time. Really interesting piece. He quotes a bunch of other famous classical pieces in it. It's very, very, very fascinating. Yeah! I think we crit the Weedle. That's good. We avoid the poison. Last time we got poisoned, which was very frustrating. We lost a little bit of time because of that. We should have got a hard gold Butterfree video. Scott broke the pattern. I did. I broke the pattern last year too, though. I didn't do a platinum Butterfree video. No, talk to the sign. Don't talk to the sign. The sign is not your friend. Get Hyper Beam. I did that with Beedrill a long time ago. It's actually pretty good with Beedrill, but it's very slow because you have to buy a lot of coins. Whenever you have to buy coins in these games, Gen 1 games, things go badly. I'm not going to save here. If we reset, we will restart to Brock. It's just not worth it. This is why I did the training, is because we don't do great damage to his Pokemon. Like 4 hitting the Geodude, and we have to attack into Bide. So like it's gonna do massive damage to us. Well, it hit itself in confusion, so we win, which is hilarious. One second, quick pause. Realizing now, I did not bring up the splits. I'm so bad at this. It's only been 5 years. Okay, so our Brock split. 1 minute. 1 minute and 22 seconds faster than before. That's pretty good. Hey Scott, I am a 35-year-old primary school teacher from Germany, and I love to watch your videos in the evenings to relax. Thanks for the great content. Oh, I am glad that my content can help you relax. Thanks so much for the chat message. Uh-oh. So I have a small bug with my program, which is when I put up the splits, like intentionally show them, they don't go away at the start of the next battle. I'll have to figure out what's going on there. It's a tiny thing. Oh, we forgot the center trip, or the Mart trip. Because it's red and you don't do this in yellow. Yeah, we're going to use Bide for Misty. Leon, thank you for the other 22 euros. I really appreciate it. You're funding this channel. Keeping us alive. I forgot to use a potion. We have low health. It's fine. The Caterpie are kind of incompetent. They haven't reached their final epic form. Can we just say, look at this Butterfree back sprite. Everyone look at the Butterfree back sprite right now. Look at it. Look at it. It's pretty good. You can see Butterfree's eye. You get some good patterning on the wings. There's some nice shading done. I like this one. I think it's like a solid back sprite as far as Gen 1 back sprites go. That's terrifying. We're running away. We're using a potion. Then we're coming back into that. I was hoping to just YOLO ball and get it right away and then not have to heal. Because I wanted to heal at this center. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Oops. Oh, there's our Paris. Come on. Come on. This thing hates getting caught. Top bide. In Red, it feels really satisfying right there where you like fight the guy, then you pick up the rare candy, you pick up the escape rope. I don't know why, like the way all that lines up in my brain is just really nice. So I did say that I needed to do a little bit of extra training to make up for the early game grinding against the Diglett guy. I can knock out both of this trainer's Pokemon in one hit and grab the Ether, which has the potential to help me later in the cave if I need more PP, because I am going to still battle the hiker, although it can also help me later if I need more PP when getting through Rock Tunnel. Although I think I will have solved that with just some other optimization. Oops. Rocket Boss. Look at him. He's so cool. Love this art. I'm going to have to use the Ether this time. Here. Which is fine. This is never going to be an amazing run in terms of time. Joanna, thanks for the €6. Oh, I gotta be careful. I gotta teach Sleep Powder right now. The most important move. Once you beat Misty, the Butterfree abides? Oh my gosh. Messed that up. Oh gosh. Circling the drain there. Don't forget this rare candy. I was about to say, is the music stuck? It felt like it was playing a long time, but it's not stuck. Go to sleep, Pidgeot. No. Too close to getting knocked out. I think it's better to just attack it there. Oh, this thing is annoying. Last time Poison Powder was actually helpful here. Oh, I got it confused last time. That's why it did so much damage to itself. I was confused. I was like, why is it taking so much damage? It was getting confused. So we lost some time there in that split because we traded the training from Brock's gym to training in Mount Moon instead. And we also had the one reset here to the rival. Use Bide on Abra. Yeah. %. We got it. This music sounds like adventure to me. I want to go hiking and listen to this music. Da, 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 da. Oh, it's so good. If Misty had a full heal, you could stun spore her, cut her speed, and then she'd heal it, and then you could sleep her and consistently get through her, but she doesn't have a full heal, so that won't work. Scott, hike with me in Banff. Yeah, I can drive to Banff. That'd be fun. Come on. Hiker got new art. He looks cool. No supersonic. Sorry, you're a trash move. There is potential to use supersonic after sleep powder on Misty Starmie, but I don't think that that's the right play. It has such a low chance of actually afflicting the status condition that it's just not worth it. Oh no. See, this is what happened last time. Look at my PP on Confusion. I'm about to run out of Confusion PP. It's 0 now, and then I used my elixir here. This is what happened last time. Uh-oh. Sand attack's terrifying when you have low PP. You're like, no, I'm gonna run out. Oh, we're good. We got the ether. This time I'll just know not to use the ether. I just have to remember to heal in the center before going north. And then south. Board escape rope, let's go. Victor, it's okay, you're late. The whole first run was brutal because of luck. But now you get to see the superior plays of Bide on Starmie. I don't know, this is going to be kind of sketchy, I think. There's the potential for this to not work very well. Let's see. Come on. Come on. That's bad. It's really bad. Really bad way to start. Okay. Terrifying. Well, we lose. I think she has to not bubble beam the first turn. The ideal here is she X defends first turn. Well, that'll do it. Or should. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh my gosh! No. Not poison powder on Starmie. Definitely not. Stop. Alright. There we go. Water gun first turn. Bubble beam. This is having all of the typical problems of Bide. We're going to win because of confusion there. Yeah. We're still 3 seconds faster. I guess I'll keep going. I don't think poison and bite, because if we use poison powder, we expose ourselves to one more turn. And one more turn is not acceptable when we're that close to getting knocked out after one bide. That's like the main issue with it. You have to be using bide when you have a lot of health remaining. This thing is so annoying. This thing is so annoying. Why do we not get gust? Even just tackle. Like, this is why evolving from a Caterpie might actually be easier in some... Oh my gosh. I have to wait. At least I didn't get another hypnosis. That was brutal. Yeah, heal after this guy to avoid PvP problems, I agree. Yeah, I've evolved before. Should have grabbed Razorwind. Isn't it Whirlwind on the first route, though? I think it's Whirlwind. Razorwind's in the Rocket Hideout. Hey, we're critting these again. Yeah, Harden for badge boosts would... It could help against... It doesn't really help against Misty if you don't have Tackle, so you have to start as a Caterpie. You lose a lot of time in the early game. I still think Butterfree is going to be faster without, but... Maybe at some point I'll have to try that play. Another thing is we could not do the super potions there. I am going to get the Ether. And we're going to skip the Body Slam guy who I fought last time. Out of muscle memory. Yeah, evolving Butterfree is painful when you start with level 5 Caterpie, yeah. Yay, we didn't get burned this time. Remember to heal my PP before the rival battle. This is another place where we may gain a small time advantage because the rival had a long reset because it ran out of PP against the Charmeleon last time. Because this takes forever. Oh, it's chipping away. Chipping away. We did it. If the Charmeleon crits, it would be scary, but we're good. Okay, 32 seconds ahead. It's okay. I learned the ordering for this. Cut, then dig in this game. Then Pokefan Club. We are going to come back to Surge. Because last time it didn't seem like there was any use to doing that. But we want to get the bike, so we're going to skip Surge this way by getting the bike so that we can use it here for this section of the game. I do the backports myself. I just edit the disassembly and just add in the data for the new Pokemon. It's like a fairly, I have a fairly complicated setup. I can do one on stream at some point and show how I do it. I'm not picking up teleport. It's too much to think about, and it's going to save like literally 4 seconds. And I want to go into this Pokemon Center to heal anyway. Sometimes like the cognitive load of making one small optimization is just not worth it for me. No. Stop. Oh my gosh. Terrifying Slowpoke. Holy. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Oops, I'm making mistakes here. Sorry about that. I actually think this is the faster way to knock them out because the damage from Bide is just so much more. Oh. Another terrifying Slowpoke. Gotta stop doing this to me. My heart can't take it. Holy. Yeah, I'll play green on the channel at some point. I don't think I'll play all of it, like, with every Pokemon, like I'm going to do with these games, but I do plan to play at least 1 or 2 green playthroughs. I think it should be fun. So we're not going to have the same problems in here. This time we're having new problems, which are the Slowpoker being really scary. But I have more than enough PP to get through the final trainer, even without using... Oh! Let's sleep that. Yep. We're going to sleep that Graveler next time if we do this again. Someone did mention that last time. They were like, maybe you should sleep. Yeah, definitely you're right. Oh, got a little lucky there. No stun spore. Remember, we tested it. Swift is not helpful in this playthrough. It covers like 2 Pokemon throughout the entire route. And Double Edge can just cover that person already. Oh, why did I do this to myself? A waste time. Crit. Damn. That's hilarious. So, what just happened there? Because some people are going to be confused. You just witnessed a weird Gen 1 quirk of Bide. I confused with Confusion. Then the Vulpix woke up while I was using Bide. It hit itself in Confusion. The damage that it did to itself accumulated into the Bide counter, and then I retaliated with damage, which I otherwise should not have been able to deal. Love it. Thanks, Gen 1. Yeah, maybe Supersonic for Misty is the right play. Because that'll pair with Bide pretty well. We're going to do this all in a much better order than last time. I remember when I noticed that. I think I noticed that when I was fighting Misty once. I was like, wait, every time she hits herself in Confusion, I deal damage with Bide. So here is where I was saying in the Rocket Hideout, we're going to pick up items. We can use these to sell for the extra Carbos, like there's a nugget right there. Then down here, there's the Horn Drill TM, which apparently is useful in red and blue, unlike in yellow. After navigating this second spinning puzzle, we're going to get an HP up. And the Razor Wind TM, which Butterfree can learn, but of course we're not going to learn. Right there. And then Rare Candy. Oops, forgot Double Edge. Don't want to forget Double Edge. Double Edge, Nugget. Dig out. Now we can sell a bunch. 4 nuggets, so much better than last time. I hate that NPC. She's so frustrating. Sometimes just blocks your way. Fresh water. Now we can buy, or I'm going to buy 3 carbos just in case we're slightly lower level. We don't want to have any margin for error. Because I could see winning at 63. Oh yeah, right. I have to go back and fight Surge. On my way. Pick up Psychic. I'll buy Poison Powder. We're keeping Bide for nothing. It's gonna be useless. I was inspired by both Madrybrid and J-Rose. Both of them. Okay, here we go. Butterfree. I watched all their content and I was like, oh, I wish there was more. I'll just make some. So I did. We're faster than the Raichu now, but we do not 2-hit, so we should do that. Now we can knock it out. Got him. First attempt. Not sure we have why we have Rival Forest splits in here. That doesn't make sense. We should not have those on the overlay. I gotta look into that, because this was happening with Giovanni as well. It doesn't happen in yellow version, but it happens in red and blue. Our splits get compared incorrectly. That Surge was so much better than previous. I really like doing that like that. Oh, we don't one-hit these anymore because we're at a lower level because we haven't used our candies yet in this playthrough. Sassy Venusaur. Love it. Maybe we keep Poison for this fight? I think we keep Poison for this fight, honestly, because Stun Spore is going to be far more annoying, and Sleep Powder. And I think she's randomizing her moves. I'm not sure. Maybe the Victory Bell only uses Poison Powder, though. So it's probably better to just not be pre-poisoned. Yeah. Yeah, and she has like lots of trapping moves. Okay, don't do this. We know now. Don't do this. Yeah, Psybeam in the place of Bide. I think we still win. We do. Just don't do it like that. Little bit ahead, 40 seconds. Most of the time savings from this run, though, come at the end of the playthrough when Sleep starts accumulating a bunch of bad luck. Banana Ball. Second time. Yeah. Okay. Rival. We two-shot this. I think it's better to just attack than put it to sleep. I'm going to put this to sleep. Sick crit. I forgot to teach Double Edge. It's fine. I'm going to put him to sleep. I don't want to deal. No, stop. Stop. Oh my gosh. No, I didn't want to get confused. That's why I wanted to put it to sleep. Ah. Well. Ah. Sleep or be slept. And then annoyed. I hate the execute line. I hate them. Look at this. Look at this. This is disgusting. This is absolutely disgusting. We're dead now, I'm pretty sure. I should have just reset as soon as you get put to sleep. Like, just reset. It's faster. But maybe we could still win, because Sleep Powder allows for miracles to happen. Imagine if my first run on the channel was not a Butterfree playthrough. I think I might play all of these so differently now. We lost time there. Because I never would have been infatuated with sleep. "37 barrages later." I know, that took forever. That was a really bad sleep. Okay, time for double edge. No, the healing was needed, because if you Gen 1 miss against Agatha Jr. and she licks you and then paralyzes you and then everything falls apart, or you Gen 1 miss and she nightshades you, then you lose. I'm not losing like that. So I healed specifically to counter the Gen 1 miss. It was not healing for any other reason. If there was no Gen 1 miss, the heal is not relevant. Just skip it because it wastes time. I've asked both J-Rose and Madrybread to do races, but I don't think J-Rose wants to collaborate, and Madrybread and I have done videos together, but not in the race format, and I don't think he's super interested in that format. Swift cannot Gen 1 miss. So not teaching Mega Drain and having Psybeam available for this route is pretty nice. I think one of the fears with races is that like you'll participate and then you'll look really bad, and it will like make the work that you do on your content on your channel look worse. Like, I'm always worried about that. I'm like, oh, people are gonna think I'm such a trash player when I race people and I lose. But like there's always that worry in the back of your mind, but like that's not realistic. Like this game is it can be fickle with its the luck that it gives you. But also it's just fun to do these things together, so yeah, I'm always up for racing people. Totally down to get made a fool of. Blaming your losses on RNG, I see. Yeah, definitely. It's the only way I could cope. That's the thing, like with the races that I've tried to host, I've like, one of the things about like the video format that I really always wanted to do was make sure that people don't feel like I'm making fun of them for the plays that they're doing. I prefer to approach it in like a fun, competitive way. Excuse me, I'm burping. But in a fun, competitive way, rather than like a hyper-competitive way. Because in the end, it's like we're playing this game in a silly way that is completely arbitrary. But it's really fun. And I think everyone should just like find joy in that. If that involves laughing when like Sleep Powder misses like 6 times in a row and the Executor just like barrages you to death, okay. And then people will tell me, stop choosing Sleep Powder, use Double Edge. Then I'll tell them, no. This is the history of my channel in short. Up, 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 up. Yes, my real name is Scott. I made this channel back in like 2016. I never thought that like anyone would watch it. So I was quite surprised when people did watch it. And then I was like, well, I guess this is just my channel's name now. Should have put more thought into it. Those people are wrong. You need Sky Attack. Apparently I need Sky Attack, yeah. Yeah, crit! Let's go! Let's get another one! Nah. Damn. Do we sleep this one? Nah, we should be fine. We should be fine. How long have you been able to live off the channel income? Since like... After about 11 months. So back in like 2021. But I was a starving artist before this, so it was not particularly hard to replace my former income. Psychic actually does more damage to the Sand Slash in comparison to Mega Drain, but Mega Drain allows you to heal. What was life like for you before YouTube channel took off? Well, I was a musician, so I was playing gigs, and I was composing music, and I was going to school getting a master's degree in music, which I was actually making money doing. Because you get like scholarships and stuff like that. What else? I was teaching. I was doing a ton of teaching, like private teaching, lessons to people who needed lessons, teaching everything, like everything under the sun. If I could kind of play the instrument, I would teach a little bit of it to really basic beginners, stuff like that. So I was like just doing a lot of like little gig work, self-employed stuff. Oh my gosh, that sludge did so much damage. We were sleeping the wheezing. We got lucky last time here with toxic instead of sludge, but not going to chance that again. We're a little bit ahead of the previous place. I couldn't play any wind instruments. I don't play like trumpet or clarinet or anything like that. I think if I tried to play those instruments, I would be fundamentally awful at it. No, I'm not starving anymore. This channel, like I have a video editor and I have someone else who's assisting me. Like Sean does the video editing and then Exceptional does the like assistance. So Sean's like on a retainer for 25 hours a week, but like I want him to work 40, and then I want to have enough work for him to work 40. That's not always the case though, because I am doing streams and stuff and not actually making videos. Like I'm not recording a video that he can make right now. That's a skill issue for me though. And then Exceptional is doing like 20 hours a week for the channel. All right. Apologies. Gotta pause. We gotta ban some people. You can go in a 5-minute timeout. The next time it will be longer. I like people to be able to say whatever they want to say here. Especially if you want to make fun of me or you want to attack my content or the way I'm doing things, please. You know, I think that if I exist online, I should be able to exist online in a way that is resilient to the negative feedback of my audience. And I should be able to listen to that. If you're going to ruin the viewing experience for other people by spamming chat or by saying things that make other people deeply uncomfortable, I'm going to ban you. See, like, you can say as much as you want that I need to use Sky Attack more. That is acceptable in this chat. But if a viewer submitted a result and said like, hey, I did a Butterfree run, I got 2 hours, I'm like so happy to have done my first playthrough. If someone commented on that saying like, you're trash, like Scott got a way better Butterfree time, I'm gonna ban you. That's how it works. I think it's pretty simple. No. No! Stop, Hypno. Nice. Now, some people say I should just ban people and like make a community that is like all the stuff that I want and that kind of thing. Sure, that's I think that works for some people, but like doesn't really work for me on like a philosophical level. And I'm pretty idealistic, so I'm just gonna follow the path that is right for me. No, Scott is not 6'6". Scott is 5'6". I am a small man. Small but mighty. No, I don't want to fight that guy. I immediately backed out of that. Absolutely not. I kind of want to be over the damage rounding threshold here, but we're just going to rely on sleep powder anyways. It'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. When someone tells you they're 5'6", you know that they're actually 5'6". Why would they lie about that? I don't like double edge. I don't like this move. I feel like I'm slowly losing. Yeah, Lear. Okay. We don't want to hit the Alakazam, even with double edge, so we're going to sleep it. Please, sleep. Please. Not now. No. Please. Thank you. Come on. Come on. We got this. Sweet. 1 minute and 8 seconds ahead. I remembered Lapras. Someone is going to say, did he remember Lapras? I did. I did. I remembered Lapras. Okay, I think we teach Mega Drain now. Bye-bye, Psybeam. You've been great. Oh, I feel like I'm losing when I use this move. At least we can Mega Drain this. It tried to use Bone Club against me. Fantastic choice. Yeah, this is the second playthrough, Nick. I hope you think that I have been improving my streaming ability. I think that my streams have got a lot better since last year. I definitely have much more practice now. That's one thing that, if you're like new to making content, I just want to say this just in case it helps someone, but if you're new to making content, remember that when you see a streamer and they're on stream and they sound so natural talking while playing a game, and you're like, how could I ever do that? Like, I am awkward and it's hard for me to talk in front of people or while I'm doing something else. How would they do that? Just remember that they have thousands of hours of practice by the time that anyone noticed them. And you have no hours of practice. Because I was thinking that last year. I'm like, oh, I'm so awkward all the time on stream. I never say like intelligent things. I don't know how to fill time efficiently or in a way that's entertaining. I'm not particularly energetic all the time. Yeah, I had no practice because my voice was falling apart all the time. So there was no chance for me to be good at it. But I'm practicing now. We're doing like 2 or 3 of these streams every week for this entire year. We're going to get through red version. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to get a lot better at streaming in the process. It's like when you see someone successful, they seem like they're overnight. They're an overnight success. Wow. They just showed up and they were great. But usually what's happening is you're just not seeing all of the time when they were absolutely terrible at what they're doing and they were learning. Because no one wants to put that on display or it's not good, so people don't want to look at it. Scott, your stream's really fun to watch. Well, I'm glad. I'm sad because Van Man stopped doing this because I used to watch all of Van Man's streams when I was editing videos, and I really miss that. I'd be like tinkering around with overlay stuff too, and then put Van Man on in the background. Those were the days, the good old days. Back in 2021, where we didn't have finished overlays to solo run Pokemon games with. Let's go! Blaine, he's probably going to be bad, right? Look at this. Look at his Pokemon. They're just terrible. We're going to put the Rapidash to sleep because it takes a little while to knock it out. Then we'll put the Arcanine to sleep too. Unlike in Yellow, it only has Ember and Fire Blast in this game, not Flamethrower and Fire Blast. Why does it take the Giovanni split there? Oh, it's so weird. I gotta figure out what's going on with that. A minute and 42 seconds ahead. Decent. We haven't used any rare candies either, so like overall this run is just a lot smoother. Scott was a Pokemon, which Pokemon would you be? I'd be a Pokemon that can put the enemy to sleep. I just know that. It's deep within me. The need to put the enemy to sleep. Go away. Okay. Do we chance it? We chance it. Oh, we got lucky. Double edge twice. Let's take care of the Alakazam. Easy. Alright. Scott's a Hypno? Ah. Okay. Jigglypuff. I feel like I resonate more with Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff just wants to be a star. I did forget strength. Thank you. DLC. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh yeah. Ben Bell. I'm Smeargle with Spore. Yes. I'm Smeargle with Spore, Hypnosis, and Sleep Powder. We'll fight Giovanni, then we'll go get the Warden candy. Okay, here we go. Tells me to double edge, but I'm not going to do it. I want him to use his guard spec like he did there. Perfect. Guard spec again. He has one for every Pokemon. Nidoking? No, no guard spec. Poison Sting there. That's okay. We can Mega Drain the Rhydon. That's like exactly what happened last time. Such an easy fight. We're a little bit faster than last time, about 2 minutes. I'm liking this palette more and more, the more and more we play. I think it really suits Butterfree. Thanks to J-Rose for the idea to swap palettes, because without that inspiration, these videos would be looking pretty stale by now, being all red. Yeah, I have a lot. I should have used my rare candies. I was supposed to use my rare candies here. But we can always win with Sleep Powder. We don't technically need the rare candies, so let's just forge on and see what we can do. It's like everything is just going to work this time, apparently. Yeah. When sleep is working, it feels so good. Ah, okay. Sketchy. Yeah, we're dead. This is fine. No. No, stop. Yeah, I played AoE 2 when I was a kid. Great game. So much fun. I really like real-time strategy games. I'm going to make some StarCraft content soon. And by that I mean I'm making it right now. It's just not done yet. Ta-da! Beat the rival. Yeah, the Infested Terrans is one of them, but I'm also doing like one of the missions with only Dark Archons and stuff like that. Really funny. Although I have to play the mission again, because I think there's technically 2 ways that you can do it. And I want to show both of them. Okay. Victory Road. We're doing pretty good. I think we're definitely going to get sub-hour this time unless somehow sleep is absolutely terrible from here on out. I was a little bit optimistic in my earlier prediction. Probably like a 55-minute time would be like nice for Butterfree. Okay. Lorelei. Let's go. Oh. That was not ideal. That was better, actually. I think I can just attack the cloister. But we got an attack drop off of it. Not what I wanted. Because the Jinx. But still, we're like doing great here. We're going to sleep the Jinx. Because we got the attack drop. So we have to 3-hit with double edge instead of 2-hit. Well, 4-hit with the super potion. Things are going pretty well. Psychic here. Hopefully drop special, but we're not going to get it. Easy. Okay. That was a solid Lorelei. I'm going to heal here. Because I want to. But I'm not going to save. Not going to save. We're going to need to save for this guy. He's bad. Mega Drain. Does anyone think that Hitmonchan looks like he has a little, like, woman's tennis like skirt on? He looks like he has a little tennis skirt on. No one can unsee that now, sorry. Also, like, are the Pokemon... I know this has been asked a million times, but, like, are the Pokemon born with the clothes? Or do they, like, get born and then grab them? They're like, oh, I gotta have that. That's the clothes that I always have. Like, all of my forefathers have worn this specific skirt, so I'm going to put that on now. This is not going well against Lorelei. Or against Agatha. This was much easier last time. Oh. We're going to lose, aren't we? Maybe not, actually. I'm just going to sleep the Gengar. And then we win. Wow. Okay. Cool. These are just skin wrinkles. That's terrifying, actually. Oh my gosh. Oops, sorry. Forgot the elixir. Definitely need that. This is like the one battle where badge boosting kind of makes sense. Just to get a little bit more damage against both the Aerodactyl and the Dragonite. Then it misses Hyper Beam. Okay. Ta-da. 5 minutes and 4 seconds faster against Lance. That's a quite good Lance split. I'm happy with that. And we are going to finish at 65. Cool. Where's the elixir? There we go. Okay, champion. Here we go. Let's do this. I cannot take credit for the Lance art, and that's like, it's from like a magazine or something. It's really good though. It's like Pokemon Adventures. That's what it's from. Pokemon Adventures. And I don't know what that is, but I found it on the internet. Okay, Sky Attack for the Alakazam. Everyone, be happy. 55.7% chance to one-hit that. Please. Yes, yes. Yes, get destroyed, Executor. This is revenge. Okay. Uh-oh. Well. This is sweet, sweet revenge. Come on. Come on. Do not destroy me, Charizard. Whew. Didn't get a chance to use Blizzard. Okay. Critical hit. No, full restore is bad. Full restore is bad. Fire Blast. Uh-oh. We live. Come on. Critical hit. Special drop. KO. Yes! 56 minutes and 7 seconds. 9 resets. 840 bonks. Level 66. Ah. 3 hours. 28 minutes game time. Okay. This one definitely can get sub 55 minutes pretty easily. I think it could probably get sub 50. Excuse me. I think it could probably get sub 50 minutes if we really pushed. Like, it's going to be possible to start cutting a ton of optional trainers in this route and just relying on the fact that you're going to get Sleep Powder and not outspeeding the Alakazam. Like, we don't technically need to do those things, so we can just try to not do them. Yeah. Will YouTube recommend your members only videos to me if I'm not a member? I think so, because I think it wants you to like subscribe to be a member if you watch a lot of this content. So it's probably going to say like, hey, here's a members only video. You could sign up for it. I don't know. I don't have to like pay to promote that or anything. So like, I think it does. I kind of wish there was a toggle that I could just turn that off. So like only my members see those videos, because I honestly don't really want to give people FOMO about them, but like there's no other way for me to upload those that isn't completely like out of the question just because it's logistically annoying. But I wish I could turn it off and just people wouldn't see the members videos. They'd only see the public stuff. Then they don't get like FOMO and stuff like that. But like I don't control how the platform does this stuff. Okay, so for Butterfree, current time 56 minutes 7 seconds. In the tier list, this is a time under an hour, so it's going to earn itself the only D tier placement. Butterfree did pretty good. This is an okay run. It's 100% a C tier mon though. Well, we'll see. Because I think that what's going to happen, like, one of my goals with this series is to do something that I haven't done in YOLO, which is actually stop myself and try and only play like 1 or 2 runs, or sorry, 2 or 3 runs. I could play another Butterfree run right now, but I'm pretty tired, and I don't think it's going to prove anything. I think we kind of know what the strategy is, and this last playthrough feels just like what it can do. Sometimes it'll get better luck and it'll go faster, but sometimes it'll also get worse luck than this and it'll go slower. Like, there's potentials for me to have major time losses where I just reset to a Charizard in the rivals team, waste like 5 Pokemon of time, and then we're like a 58-minute time, something like that. It feels like, yeah, I think like Butterfree feels like it's a middle-of-the-road Pokemon. It's, in terms of fully evolved Pokemon, so far the worst one that we've done, but we don't have a huge sample size. I think in the grand scope of fully evolved Pokemon, it is not going to be near the, it's not going to be near the bottom, but it's going to be near the lower half of fully evolved Pokemon. Like, there are Pokemon that are much worse than Butterfree. Executor. Beedrill. Raichu. These are some really bad fully evolved Pokemon that do have prior forms, and I think Butterfree is going to outperform all of them. Scyther is also really bad. So, yeah, Beedrill. Tomorrow we're going to do Beedrill. It's going to be an unfortunate... Oh, hey, buddy. Hi. Are you coming to say hi to everyone just before I'm done? Yeah, he is. He is. He's coming to say hi to everyone. He's very loud. Uh-huh. It's like 1:30, buddy. Why right now? Oh, no. Yeah, Executor's level up moveset is absolutely trash. It starts with, like, Barrage. Then it gets Hypnosis, I think, and Stomp. That's it. It's just a terrible Pokemon for a solo run. Okay. I gotta go see what he wants. This has been fun. Thanks for watching. I will upload the stream highlights video of this. I'm hopefully going to get it out later today. That's what I want to do with these streams. I want to do the stream and then stream highlight video on the same day, and it's like a package deal. You can watch it if you want. You can watch whichever one you want, that sort of thing. I do think, though, in the future that I will be making a separate channel for stream highlights, but I'm going to continue through this full month and do stream highlights on this channel and just see how it does. But it is likely that the stream highlights will be moving to a different channel, and then the main streams and the fully produced videos will be here. Oh my gosh, it is hard to talk when you are making so much noise. Yeah, thanks for watching. Tomorrow, I'll see you back here. Probably the same time. We're going to do Beedrill and Pokemon Red. If you made it this far, you're incredible. See you next time.